Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Beer Valley Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their PigSkin Pale Ale, coming in at 6% ABV. There's the label. Got a green bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. But before we do, or whilst we do, I'd like to thank our channel sponsors, www.beersofeurope.co.uk, for sponsoring today's show. Beers of Europe are the UK and, well, yeah, the UK's largest online beer shop. They've got great beers like this from America. There's a great choice of American beer. They've got some great Belgian beer, great German beer, and great beer from the UK. A lot of the London breweries, they've got the new kind of up and coming beer scene in the UK. They've got a lot of their beers, so they're worth checking out. www.beersofeurope.co.uk. On with the review then. Beer in the glass. It's a two-finger, ever so slightly off-white head. In the camera it may look white, but it's just got a tinge of a tan colour to it. It's got a nice carbonation to the beer, rising up there nicely in the glass. It's a copper amber coloured ale that is clear, no haze. Let's get the aroma then. And immediately, they say pig skin. I know a cow's leathery, but I got that like kind of leathery aroma up front. Almost a little farmhousey. It's bready and malty. And of course, from an American pale ale, there's a lovely whacking hop character that pulls through in the aroma. It's grapefruity, peachy, apricotty. I'm going to dive in. Cheers. Oh wow. Really sweet beer, this one. Very sweet, and the sweetness in the beer is almost, you get that hop character, that hoppy, grapefruity, lemony, hint of lime, hint of spice, hint of apricot, but there is bitterness. It's right there on the back end. But there's a lot of sweetness up front. This is a battle between sensations. The sensation of sweetness and the sensation of bitterness. It's one big barrage of sweetness and bitterness that's fighting it out inside the palate, inside the mouth. There are flavours. It's bready, it's malty. It's syrupy as well in the mouth, a little syrupy. But I'm picking up mango, grapefruits, hints of pineapple. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm just... Wow, look at that. Shocked wouldn't be the right word, but I'm just a bit put out by the level of sweetness in this beer. It's a very sweet beer. And what I'm trying to do while I'm talking to you, if you notice these little kind of pauses of thought while I kind of think about the next thing I need to say and work out what's going on with this flavour, it's because it's quite difficult, that sweet flavour. I'm coming to a conclusion, I suppose that's the best way to say what's happening here. And then that taste was more of a bitterness on the back end, and more of that grapefruit and mango which you need, which you want from a pale ale. But it is still sweet, and I'm going to have to make up my mind on this fairly soon. Look at that. It's a bottle conditioned beer as well. Look at that. That's great. I like to see that. I do like to see that. It's a naturally bottle conditioned beer. Nice haze on this now. It's very rare you get an American pale ale that's bottle conditioned. It's good to see. Right, one more taste and I'll rate it. For me, it's overly sweet. It's an overly sweet pale ale. I could drink a bottle of it, but I'd be looking to move on to something else. It's not a bad beer. It's tasty, it's hoppy, it's grapefruity, mango-y. You've got all them great American hops going on. But it's masked a little bit too much by the sweetness. And I'm just wondering if they've added maybe a bit too much sugar to this batch of beer. Not that they brewers, I know they generally just use malt. But there are brewers who use sugar, a little bit of extra sugar, just to get that carbonation going, that second fermentation. And I just wondered if this beer has got a little bit of sugar added to it. And it's just made it a little bit too sweet. Otherwise, it's a pretty good beer. It's pretty good. I reckon I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. It's tasty, but it's a bit too sweet. Thanks to beersofeurope.co.uk, our channel sponsors, for sponsoring today's show. Check out PigSkin Pale Ale from Beer Valley Brewing Company. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.